This is the best piece of architecture advice that I've ever been given. When I graduated as a master's student in 2017, my professor hired me to work for his practice. He offered me a job for the summer to work on a competition and to see the office and to just get a bit of experience. And that experience was fantastic. It was a small studio. We worked on a really exciting project. I learned a lot and it was fantastic. It was good. And then one day he wanted to know, so what's the plan? What are you going to do next? And I said I was going to go back to London and work in the same practice that I had worked at when I was a Part 1 architectural assistant in London. And he was like, don't do that. And I was like, what do you mean? I need to move to London, get a job, continue my career. And he said to me, I guarantee you that the architect that that company think they are hiring is no longer the same architect. In other words, I've been through masters, I've had more experience, I'm older, I'm more skilled, I probably think differently, I probably act differently. He said, do not go back. He says, it's the worst thing that you can do. You could work wherever you want to work. And he said, if you just list out 10 practices that you want to work for and make your CV for them, and sit tight and send those CVs out and wait for a response, you will work at one of those 10 practices. And I remember thinking, "Oh, yeah, that's a really nice idea. In theory, that sounds great. I'm flattered that you think that, but I need to get a job. I need to get back to London. Thanks, but no thanks." I went back to that practice, and after a year, I was quite unhappy. I wanted to try something different. I wasn't sure what to do. And I remember this conversation. So I took his advice and I listed out 10 practices in a notebook where I wanted to work, and I was going to hone in and focus my CV and apply to those offices. That is how I ended up working at David Chipperfield Architects in London. So this is the advice, okay? You are probably way better, far more talented and more skilled than you probably realize. And just because you get offered a job does not mean you have to take that job. I see a lot of people who go take the first job they get offered and they stay in employment for 10, 15 years and they never try anything different. So that's it. Just some free advice.